Hi, I'm Peter Wood. I'd like to bring an issue.
I'm sorry, Anna, I did forget one other thing. Would you give your name and address for the record?
Okay. Peter Wood, 2222 Woodlawn Drive. I'd like to bring an issue that has come to public view, and as far as I know, it hasn't been addressed in Tallahassee. But if it has, I just want to add my voice to the conversation. Now, I'd like to call for a separation of church and state in the city commission meetings of Tallahassee, to stop conducting invocation with a prayer to solely the Christian deity. Now, obviously, there's a Greece Galloway U.S. Supreme Court ruling in the month of May, and many citizens have expressed concern over this issue, some more politely than others. Now, I'm not angry. I don't want to start a fight. I'm not even offended by a few small words, but this issue is important to me and to a lot of other people that aren't here today. Now, I'm not asking for Buddha or Allah or the flying spaghetti monster to instead become the preferred recipient of city-led prayer, although I do hope someday you're all lucky enough to be touched by his benevolent noodle. What I'm asking this commission to do is to set precedent through either of two options. One, demonstrate full inclusion of belief systems by praying to all known gods and goddesses every invocation. This list would include, but is not limited to, Jesus, Yahweh, Zoroaster, Aphrodite, Neptune, the 1996 U.S. women's gymnastics team, Lucifer, and Arnold from the Nickelodeon program Hey Arnold. Either adopt this practice or take a second route, which is to simply drop the issue and keep City Hall separate from our private faiths, in adherence with this country's founding principles. You may say, as I already have, that these are just a few small words. Why cause such a fuss over just a few small words? While the words themselves are small, the privilege for a specific segment of society to have such language almost automatically instilled in public discourse is the kind of privilege that leads to a divided society. Is this one small change crucial? By itself, no. But as a larger reflection of who we are, absolutely. Prayer can be beautiful, but so can fairness. These states were founded as secular entities for a reason. The freedom of or from religion is a core tenet of the city of Tallahassee, the state of Florida, and the United States of America. I hope you take the chance to reaffirm to your constituents that this freedom is important to you as well. Theism can be wonderfully powerful, moving people to help the poor, console the lonely, defend the weak. But like any system, it can be applied in a negative manner. When I think of church-state interaction, I think of "in God we trust" being implanted on currency so as to fearmonger during the Cold War. When I think of church-state separation, I think of an efficient, respectful, and respected public sector. The city of Tallahassee has an opportunity to demonstrate its central ambition, to serve the people of this remarkable city as constituents and not as religious subjects. Thank you.
Were you here at the beginning of the meeting of a
Excuse me?
commission? Were you here at the very beginning?
I was.
You were?
Yes.
Did you hear what the city manager said when she did the invocation?
Yes, I did.
What do you recall?
Dear God, I don't remember the specific context.
Did you hear her say that if you want to participate, you can?
No, I understand that. That's not exactly what I'm drawing attention to. It's not so much that I want to be picking whoever happens to be in the room. I think that it's either full participation or total separation.
No.
And obviously there have been cases in the Supreme Court that have addressed this. I'm not trying to challenge the law. I'm just trying to bring attention to an opportunity for Tallahassee to be a catalyst.
So you're not challenging the law, which allows us to do exactly what we did tonight?
No, of course. I'm just saying that there's an opportunity at hand, and I think that Tallahassee should really take it by the reins before, maybe other people will be a little bit less polite, as I already mentioned.
You didn't perceive that there was a particular deity or God or whatever that was addressed during that invocation, did you?
Yeah, I mean, maybe today was a poor example. In the past, it has been a little bit more specific. But, I mean, regardless, there are people that don't have deities, and I feel that it's very difficult to represent them when you're addressing a deity. And it's just kind of inherently self-contradictory. And I think it's an easier path to just make it a non-issue. Like I said, I'm not looking for a fight. I just think it's an opportunity.
I don't think anybody's looking for a fight. That's the last thing we're looking for. We're trying to be sensitive to everybody, including those who believe that, well, yeah, we can say something, but we are abiding by the Constitution that separates church and state and the establishment of a religion. I think what we are doing is very, very much consistent with the Constitution of the United States, and that's what we want to do. I think it is. Is that?
Mayor, Commissioners, we had an opportunity in the last year to look at this issue, and rest assured that we'll continue to look at any court cases that deal with this issue. I think all of you, and certainly all of us in the City Attorney's Office, are very sensitive to religious freedom and separation of church and state. I am convinced that the way we do the opening invocation now is fully protected by the court decisions, and it doesn't mean that something else might come along or we might decide there's a different or better way to do it, but I'm having looked at this issue specifically within the last year, I'm very comfortable that the way the manager is currently doing it is appropriate and is fully lawful.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'll politely disagree.
Well, thank you for coming and expressing your opinion.
Thank you for expressing your feelings. Thank you. Next.
Next